Romans 5, verse 6, part 2. For while we were still weak, at the right time, Christ died for the ungodly. At the right time. God's timing is perfect. We spend a lot of time and energy ourselves thinking about what God has done, and we should. But I don't think we give enough consideration to when God does things. We need to think about God's timing more, because I think it helps us have perspective. Think about it. God didn't just snap his fingers after the fall, right? You have Adam, Eve, they've sinned. Jesus doesn't just show up right there and die for them and save the world. No, there's so much time between that event and the cross. There's events, there's history, there's an unfolding of God's plan of redemption. There's choosing individuals, there's making promises, there's prophecy, there's the creation of civilization, there's an era that all this takes place in. God has a plan to rescue us from sin and death through Christ. But so much had to happen in history before Jesus died on a Roman cross. When you think about it like that, it's hard to comprehend, but God mapped it out and he guided history to the right time. God's timing is perfect. For us, we want quick fixes, we want our problems gone, because we don't like feeling uncomfortable, we don't like feeling out of control, we want things fixed. We want things to work together for our good, but God's will is that all things work together for good. We need to let go. 1 Peter 5:6 says, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he may exalt you. We need to humble ourselves. Humbling ourselves helps us trust God's timing. We think less of our plans and more of his. And we know we can trust him because his timing is perfect, because his perfect timing is tied to his perfect love. Look at Jesus, who died at the right time for the ungodly. The reality for us as 21st century believers is that salvation existed before we did. The solution, the way, the truth, the life, it all existed before we existed, before we needed it. God will take care of you. It might not be what you want, it might not be when you want, but it'll always be what you need when you need it. And we know we can trust him because Christ died for us, which proves his love for us. And a loving God is a God you can trust.